to still be alive?
Feels good. I mean, that was the goal when we dug the hole, right? I mean, 2-8 start. We knew it was going to be a challenge, to say the least. And I honestly, I haven't looked at the combinations and what we need and what happens and all that, because I've told you before, it's not really relevant unless we win. So I don't even know what's happening, to be honest. I just know that we're 7-10, and we'll see what happens. So, but I'm not just one of those coaches saying I didn't pay attention. Like, I literally haven't paid attention, because it doesn't matter unless we take care of our business. So feels good. I mean, regardless of what happens, it feels good to feel like you've reset the ship, kind of thing, and got confidence back in the group, because I know a lot of people were second guessing it, regardless of whether we're missing potties or not. I mean, in sports and pro sports especially, you're judged on results, right? So it's nice to start having some.
Now, I want to go back to the end of the second half, where we scored those 2 goals in succession, where San Diego scored right back, gave them the lead.
Yeah.
Did you kind of feel like after that goal, that momentum shifted right back towards San Diego?
It's, not really. I mean, the game is its entirety, right? And it's with lacrosse, you're going to have all these runs and stuff like that. Like, you never like to give up a goal, and I particularly didn't like to give up that goal right off the draw, but you can't ride the roller coaster too much, right? Like, if you live and die with every sort of momentum swing, you're going to drive yourself crazy, right? And you're going to lose focus on how you regroup and what's important. So, it was disappointing, but I don't want to let any goals in. So, I mean, but I liked, the one thing I liked about our win tonight was that it didn't go our way. Like, we had some tough bounces, we had some goals that kind of, we probably wanted back. But we found a way to manage the game and get the result we wanted.
Kurtz with 6 goals, and particularly that one with a tenth of a second left.
Yeah.
When
Dyson
missed it, that was already, he was already like agonizing.
Yeah.
He missed, but how big was that play for him to save that play and get a
goal? It was awesome. And I, to be honest, it happened so quickly, I didn't know what happened. Like, I thought the goalie made the save. So I was kind of looking at the net, and then all of a sudden I see the ball go back there. So I had no idea what happened until I saw the thing. But I mean, those are huge plays, right? Like, you go from agony to ecstasy in literally tenths of a second. So that's pretty cool. And Kurtzy's all over the ball all the time, right? It was good to see him rewarded, because I know the Vancouver game, coming out of the Vancouver game, he was really frustrated, and our whole offense was, obviously we didn't have a great night. So good for him to bounce back.
After that tough game against Vancouver, where you only score 4, how does it feel to kind of get the offense going back, rolling, especially in a game that was this needed?
It's really important, because it is it's obviously a very physical game, but it's like anything in sport. It's a mental game, right? And they needed that. They needed that bounce back, because they were feeling it, and I don't want to say in their own heads, but they were certainly disappointed with how they executed against Vancouver. Sort of come back and 12 is a good number, right? Like, 12 is a number, and we talked about this before, right? If you hold a team to 10, you should be in a good position to try and win, and we did. We held them to 10, and we got 12 with the empty netter, but that's when teams are pressing and you make things happen.
Did Doug seem to pick up his level of play as the game went along?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's probably got a couple he wants back there. But what great goalies do is, he made that save with McIntosh all alone on the crease, came across him, and that's massive, right? And that's what that caliber of athlete and goaltender does for you.
You talk about holding San Diego to 10. You specifically held 4 of their big scorers, Benashberg, Hellier, and Leclerc, to only 2 goals. I mean, you guys were on top of them the entire night. Was that something you were looking at going into this matchup?
Not really. I mean, we were focusing on their right side, because that's what drives a lot of their offense. So I mean, we were more aware of their tells and tendencies, but there's no, I get this question a lot, so I probably should answer it. There's no way to shut down a player. Like, you shut down offense, because it's just the physicality of the picks and the way the offense goes. If you try and say, I'm stopping him from scoring, you're going to open yourself up to all kinds of problems. So, we look at shutting down an offense. We look at managing their offense, we never are like, well, he can't hurt us because, you know, if I don't care if Westburg gets 9 goals and we win 11-9, you know, okay. Like I don't, we worry about the offense. So, and in today's game, we were concerned about the righties because they're, you know, you got McIntosh, Berg, and Hellier, who are all 50-goal scorers in this league, right? And, you know, I think we did a pretty good job.
And Coach, you know, this win put you 11th all time in the NLL. I know you don't really possibly look at
wins?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know you probably don't look at those stats, obviously.
I never see them. I don't even know where you find them.
But, you know, after finding that out, how does that feel? You know, you're slowly rising up in the ranks of great coaches.
You know what? It feels good, right? I mean, it obviously does because it's you know, coaching and, you know, coaching at a high level and pro and whatever else is, you know, one of the things that's hard to do is manage longevity, right? So I didn't even realize I was there, but it's nice. Yeah, it is nice for sure.
To win the season with a home and home, to have to come back and play the same team in like a must-win situation, does it add something to it, or does it?
It's got a playoff. Yeah, it's got a bit of a playoff feel to it, right? Yeah, and it's funny because the league has done that intentionally this year. I don't know if you've noticed. Like, there's been a lot of, like, we did Philly. I don't know who else we might have did back-to-back, but I think we did Colorado back-to-back. We're doing San Diego, and I know, like, you know, Georgia-Philly went back-to-back. So the league's done that a lot this year, and I don't know whether it's to try to kind of create that type of playoff feel, that vibe, that rivalry type of thing. But, yeah, it does. I mean, it's kind of, you know, they don't know what it's going to look like, but it does have that playoff feel, and that last game could have playoff implications going into next week. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Especially with knocking out San Diego last year in the playoffs, does this feel like there was a little more bad blood from them coming at you guys?
Not really. I mean, you are always so here and now. You know, every year is a new year. Every weekend is a new weekend, right? Like, you're really focused on just what's in front of you in the here and now. So I don't think they were, I mean, they're worried about their lives right now, just like we are. Last year was, you know, that was our run, that was over, and but this is all about what we need to try and accomplish now.
We have yet to know whether this is your final home game, but anything you'd want to say to the fans, the way they turned on the greater numbers of the season and everything?
Well, it's been our goal all along, right? And you and I have talked about this a lot, right? Like, trying to embed ourselves in this community and grow the fan base. And, you know, you're not going to do it with just lacrosse fans. You need to get those, you know, sports fans, people that enjoy what they see out there. And the product is amazing. So it's good. I mean, I hope it's building momentum. It feels like it is. It looks like it is. So it's just exciting. I just hope that continues to grow.